Hello, thanks for joining us. In today's video, we're going to take a look at how to write your very own return policy. Let's get started. Even with as much as 30% of e-commerce purchases resulting in returns, many businesses do not know how to construct an efficient and customer-friendly returns policy. When making a return policy from scratch, it can be difficult to figure out where to start. A good return policy tailors to the specific needs of your business, your customers, and the type of process returns. Up first, let's look at how to format a return policy. Before discussing what to include in a return policy, it's important to know how to format it. A policy should include straightforward, easy to read language on its own separate page. Start by explaining your return window to let customers know immediately if they can return their purchase. Once you inform the customer of how the return process works, then you can discuss payment. Finally, explain any exceptions to the previous stated rules. Now, let's look at how to create return windows. Most return policies must prescribe a start and end date between which the customer can return their product. You have a few options when constructing your return window. The first is deciding when your return window should start. Return windows generally start either at the point of sale or the point of delivery. Next is deciding the length of your return window. Generally, e-commerce retailers have a return window between 30 to 60 days. Now, let's look at how to outline return shipping. Another crucial aspect of the return policy is outlining the process for returning shipped items. How should the item be shipped? Should the product be returned in its original package or one of similar dimensions? Is it necessary for the customer to include the original product tags? Return policies must clearly answer questions like these. Next, clearly describe where to return an item. Was a return shipping label included in the original packaging, or does one need to be made by the customer? If so, you should display the return address at this point in the policy. Another area that needs to be covered is how to pay for return shipping. Your policy needs to clearly state who's paying for the return shipping. How to outline specific returns. We already mentioned that you should tailor your return policy to the specific needs of your company. It's also important to tailor them to the specific needs of the return. Depending on the return type, reason, or item, your company may want to include return policy exceptions. How to process third-party warranties. There's one last thing your e-commerce business will want to include in its return policy if you're selling across multiple platforms. Third-party warranties. When a customer makes a warranty claim on a product bought on a third-party site such as Amazon, they will have to go through your website to orchestrate a return. But most likely, your company has no record of the customer purchasing the product. If your company isn't prepared for these returns, it can cause a logistical nightmare. That is why your return policy must explain how third-party warranties are processed. Your return page is the last chance you have to save a customer-business relationship. And sometimes, the first thing your customer sees before deciding to make a purchase. Thank you for watching today's video. If you want to learn more, check out the blog, which includes a free template. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.